Good afternoon and welcome to MF Corner. I'm Sumaira Abdi. Today on the show, two hot topics of discussion. First, should you stop your equity SIP or continue with it? Either way, for how long? I have interesting results from an informal survey as well. And joining in is an old friend of MF Corner, Hemant Rustagi of Wise Invest Advisors. Also on the show today, gilt funds have outperformed in a falling rate environment, but are they still a good fit for your portfolio? Find answers to those questions with Gaurav Rastogi of Kuvera.in. So first up, the Indian market has been a rank underperformer this year, and the lockdown has compounded the problems for equity and debt fund investors. Future growth estimates are in negative territory and a fresh trade war seems to be taking shape. So what should you do? Continue your SIP or stop it till the outlook is clearer? Hemant Rustagi of Wise Invest Advisors joins in now to answer this question. Hi Hemant, good afternoon. Which side of the divide are you on? Should investors continue their equity SIPs or should they stop for the moment?
Well, Sumaira, I think it's very important everyone who's investing through SIP and equity funds to remember the reason for investing through SIP, and clearly there are a couple of reasons that why you always choose to invest through SIP. Because one, you want to accumulate a corpus through smaller contribution over a longer period of time. Second, you don't have a lump sum to invest. Maybe you want to kind of stagger your investment over a period of time, and you don't want to kind of time the market. So clearly, while I agree that these are very, very difficult times for investors, and let me say that it's not only about new investors, also about the experienced investors, because I don't think even experienced investors have seen something like this before. So clearly these are very challenging times, but I think it's also a time where every investor who's investing in equity, especially through SIP, has to demonstrate his or her faith in equity as an asset class, and also have faith in the strategy that one has been following over a period of time. And so my belief is that if one has been investing with a clear time horizon in mind, following a goal-based investment process, knowing fully well what is the time horizon you have, how much time you still have left, and which is long enough to remain invested in equity, there is no reason for any investors to stop investing through SIP right now. Yes, I agree. These are very difficult times. It's not a pleasant sight when you look at your portfolio and even 5-year returns are looking negative. But I think we've seen that historically in the past, be it for any outbreak, for any geopolitical issues, or for any economic issues, the markets have seen volatility. It's a natural phenomenon in the market. But the markets have always recovered over a longer period of time. And every time the market has faced a situation like this, it has gone at a higher level. So I think it's important for everyone, especially those who have a very clearly well-defined time horizon, long-term time horizon, to continue investing.
Okay, in fact, Hemant, I pulled up some data of, long-term returns in equity funds, and let's just pull them up. For large cap funds, a 20-year trend, I've only taken some of the more popular, bigger funds over here. So you have the HDFC Top 100, and there you're seeing a 20-year CAGR of 17%. Now, I know we're talking about stopping SIPs, but, for the benefit of seeing the NAV on those dates, we have taken the CAGR returns over here. A 15-year trend also throws up, double-digit figures. Look at a 10-year trend, and here you'll see a lot more funds coming in. Here as well, the return is close to, about 10% for most of them. Mid-cap funds, multi-cap funds, you name it, over the longer term, which is 10, 15, 20 years, it does look good. Hemant, but do you think the next 10 years could be as solid, and for somebody who is continuing their SIP, is trend always your friend?
Well, historically, that is what has been proven, Sumaira. Clearly, as I mentioned earlier, every time the markets have gone down for whatever reason, markets have bounced back and have gone to higher levels. I don't see any reason why the markets will not do exactly the same thing going forward from here. While I agree that a couple of quarters can be very, very challenging. After all, we haven't seen a scenario like this where the entire world down, entire economy was in a lockdown, still in a lockdown. Maybe gradually we are reopening. As the economic activity starts, as whatever stimulus the government has given start showing results, as the business activity starts, I'm sure the confidence will come back, the markets will start doing very well. And importantly, I think what we are investing today is at a much lower level. So if you believe that your asset allocation is fine as per your time horizon, if as an investor you believe that the funds that you have are good quality fund, I'm not talking about the top performing fund, I'm talking about funds which have a track record of performing consistently. I don't see any reason why those funds will not do well. So I think it's important, I mean, to kind of right now show patience, show faith, like I said earlier, in equity as an asset class, and continue investment. I mean, as the data has shown us very clearly here, we have seen difficult times before, and in fact, the fall that we saw in 2008 was much steeper than this. Still, the market may have come back in 1.5 years. So I'm sure going forward the same thing will happen. It's just that right now we need to have patience, show perseverance, and we'll see the results.
All right. Well, Hemant, thanks very much for joining in and for your opinion. So for now, equity SIPs, Hemant says, should be continued. And in fact, this is a question that I had casually posed to a lot of the advisors who come on our channel. So yesterday I had just spoken to about 13 of them, and only one said that, there is reason to stop SIPs given that the outlook is so uncertain. So I decided to then expand that, and I put it up on Twitter, where 388 Good Samaritans actually responded to that poll, and about 75% of them said that they would continue the SIP, the caveat of course being that emergency funds were already taken care of. We'll take a very quick break, but on the other